This is the 9th week of the winter trimester. And so on Monday of the 9th week, I stood back and looked at my painting, and I was looking at it, and I realized that it's looking like a pretty dark painting. So that Monday I used these red glasses for the first time in this painting, put them on, and I realized that I could really brighten it up a lot and really push the range of values. And if anyone's unfamiliar with the tool of the red glasses, I'm making a video which should be up on Friday where I talk about what these are and how to use them. Okay, so brightening her up, I obviously started with the areas that were brightest, which is the chest, worked down the stomach, pretty much wherever light is hitting the figure, I really added lighter values for that. So all the way down the tops of her legs, up into her knees, her arms. And I spent most of the week really working out the transitions because I just wanted to make sure that as what happens in real life, there's really gradual transitions, how the light evenly falls across the body. So I was really working with that this week in the painting. And I am finding it pretty difficult to be really subtle with transitions, as subtle as I was getting when I was working in charcoal. But I just think I need more practice to figure out how to do that. Well with paint. And I also spent a lot of time working on that portrait and the size of her head. And I think now I have the size of her head properly proportioned now. And her portrait is pretty good, but I think I'll probably just keep working on the portrait up until we're done with this pose, just so I can get it looking as much like Catherine as possible. And I also did some other proportional changes. I noticed that her arms were a bit too long, so I raised the wrists and the hands up. And I was looking at it Friday, and I think maybe I could still do that, like raise up her hands just like a touch more. So yeah, I'll just work that out this next week. Okay, and now for the cast. So in my previous video, I talked about how that last day that week, I kind of just was making really drastic structural changes, and I felt like I kind of lost control of the drawing, which I did. But this last week, I feel like I really brought it all back together. I think it's a lot stronger than what it was before, so I'm glad I made all those huge drastic changes, even though it was not fun to do and it was kind of scary. But I think I have it brought together, and I think the size of the face is now making sense with the rest of the head. And this drawing has just been such a mentally challenging thing to do, just because the foreshortening is really weird, and just having the face at that weird angle. I've just been leaving school really, like my brain's been feeling numb and just really exhausted. But I've been really pushing myself to just be like really there and focused on it so I can get this done so I can start the painting. But I think I have the transfer drawing done now, and I just need Matt and Magda to pass it so I can start the painting. And I have to say, as torturesome as this drawing really has been to get down and make sure that everything's really making sense with it, I still, even though I get like really frustrated with it, I still really love this setup, and I'm really excited to paint it.